I'll fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side,
Welcome Saber friends, welcome Pixel pals, welcome Saber family, welcome. We are going to talk about lots of different Saber related stuff tonight, including some new chassis designs, including some ideas for how to light a crystal chamber. I'm SpaceWindu. This is Saber Talk. It is Mundo Monday. And it does look like Mundo is waiting here. Let's see if we can get him in here. Where is his little video? I have 100 little videos. Way too many. Here we go.
Woohoo! What's up?
What is going on tonight? It's a Mundo Monday. How are you doing?
Hanging in there, buddy. Hanging in there. It's been a long day.
Monday is always long until we get to Mundo Monday night. Then unfortunately, then the time flies.
Yep. I know it. So this is sounding good. These new earbuds are sounding good.
Thank you so much. Thanks for doing that.
No technical difficulties.
I think it fixed it. We'll see if anyone says anything. Maybe Jim will tell us. Jim Smith is here. What's going on, buddy?
What up, Jim?
Live. Let us know if there's any sound issues, because we've had some sound issues, but I think we corrected it with some headphones. And, So I want to show you guys some designs. I am going to wait for Jedi Arms Dealer should be coming in here to talk about that as well. Cole Weathers is here. What is going on, buddy?
Cole Weathers, how you doing?
Jim Smith says it sounds good so far.
All right.
Awesome.
That's what I like to hear.
Awesome. So how is the building going?
It was going. Another roadblock. So I think, what do you call it? The capacitor that's, what is it? It's a capacitor. I don't know what it is.
The thing you sent me the picture of?
Yeah. So that, that goes right here on this side of the board.
It's like next to the power and
Yeah,
it's
right
like
there.
next to the positive negative.
Yeah, that
Some
little
like
black.
orange block on the prism. You're holding a
No, not
prism.
the orange one. It's a black one. It's a black one.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's a capacitor, if it's a resistor, what it is. Um. Anyway, I was actually trying to solder it to the other board. Uh, fella, what's up?
What's
Fella.
going on, Mark? MD Fiella. That's Mark.
Mark, how
Quinlan
you doing?
Nas is here. What's up, guys? Kenobi next week. Is it the
Quinlan, what's up?
27th or like what day is
Oh, I know. I
Kenobi?
can't wait.
Is
I
that
can't wait
already
for
next
Kenobi.
week?
Wow, yeah. So I was attempting to solder that little black piece right there to the board, and I lifted it up so that I could get the solder iron down, and I had the I had the uh tweezers
Tweezers
right here
there.
with it on, and I had a muscle spasm, beep, and the thing went bing somewhere in the garage.
Oh,
So now I've got to
that's a
check.
problem.
Yeah, so now I got to check every little nook and cranny and try to find the damn thing. It's a little setback, but it's not bad. I kind of know where it might have gone, but
Yeah,
it
if we
gives
could
me an
turn your
excuse to clean up.
camera around. I'm not asking you to, but I've seen the other side of where you're sitting, and it's so much stuff that like it's going to be hard to find that little thing. But let me tell you, you're supposed to you're supposed to do a hot air rework on that to get it like stuck back on there. Do you have one of those stations attached to your soldering iron?
Absolutely.
Right. So like you know how there's those heads that go on it, a little nozzle, and there's like a
Mm-hmm.
really it pushes the air and like I think I saw on yours there's like a square end to it, or there's a
Mm-hmm.
round like tubular end, and there's this really like small tubular end or a square that could just like shoot the air really narrow. And what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do is like get the proper temperature. It's kind of hard to find the proper temperature and actually like hot air it back on instead of actually soldering it when you have those like tiny components on the board. Like if you're brave enough to go in and like put those back on, you could do it, but it's like I don't know. The only times I'm like really successful with it is with the hot air station. It's really hard to do with like whenever I play with the soldering side of it and try to like put one of those little components back on a board, like I ruin other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like burn something next to it or something.
Yeah, and so I mean, I didn't even get a chance to put the iron onto it too much at all. So I was like, "Oh Lord." So I'm going to I looked for it last night, but no dice. So, but that gives me an excuse to get rid of a bunch of crap too. So I can look for it and stuff, and in the meantime I've got other stuff that I can start on. So I may just start on another part of a different build until I find the damn thing, and then continue with that. So, and you were mentioning crystal chambers, so here's one that I've got to put LEDs to. So if anybody can see
Sweet.
that.
I got a bunch of new ways to like wire up like lights to a crystal chamber. I'm going to show
Mm-hmm.
if I can get Jedi Arms Dealer in here. I want to show him a couple, or he already saw these sketches, but we want to kind of discuss these sketches
Yeah, so
that I
these I
sent to
gotta
him.
cut down and do. What do you call it? I think. And where did I put it? My goodness. Anyway, I've got a bag of crystals I'm gonna send to you. Couple of crystals.
Couple of
Yeah.
prime crystal choices. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be to your liking. I don't know. If you don't like them, you can chunk them. That's fine.
Quinlan Nas says they changed the Kenobi show to Friday instead of Wednesday, but we get 2 episodes on day 1. Yeah, I did hear that. That's pretty awesome. Oh, okay.
That's
So that
cool.
yeah, that's why I think I had a different like date in my mind or something.
So I can wear
2
but
episodes on
rechargeable.
day 1, and what is there a total of like 6 episodes? So does that mean and then it's 4 weeks after that?
Damn, only 6?
I think so. I think
Man,
that's what I
what a
think I heard.
what a jip. Shit, they need to give us 10 episodes.
Yeah, Mundo, I don't know if you saw the comments from last week's Saber Talk on Mundo Monday, but Jim Smith left a couple really detailed comments. So you should go read those if you haven't already. But he's saying you put down the solder paste. This is for your little job with your little capacitor or whatever fell off the board. You put down the solder paste or solder. See, there's this stuff. I'll send you the link to it. I forget what it's called. It might be called solder paste, like Jim's saying here. It's like, yeah, I guess it's solder paste because it's like a liquid. It like turns into, it's like it's solder plus the flux, it seems like, because it just like melts like into the metal parts of those little things, whatever they are, like little resistors.
Yeah,
the
the
little
little
legs of
ends.
those things. Yeah. And
Yeah, the little ends.
it'll like make it really professional
Right.
looking. Because it's really tough to do it with a soldering gun for sure, like a soldering iron.
Yeah. See, and I was hey Felicia, how you
What's going
doing?
on, Felicia? Welcome.
I was thinking maybe if I could find out exactly which capacitor or whatever it is. I know it's a U4 something, but if I could find out what component it is, I can buy a couple of components and then actually put it back to the board.
Check out the manual, and you could even like email Irv Plechter, like circle it in a
Mm-hmm.
picture and like send him that picture in an email, and he will tell you. Because about like 5 years ago or maybe longer, like I was working
Mm-hmm.
with the CFLS, which is the string blade. It's like a crystal focus for string blades,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the pieces went bad on the board. It was like a 3-legged capacitor or something, like I forget what it was called. But anyway, Irv emailed me like where to buy like 5, like I could get like a pack of 5. So
Mm-hmm.
if I ruined one trying to put it on, I could then like try the next one. And that's actually where I learned about like the hot air rework side of soldering. And
Oh,
then
cool.
when JB Kuma came over one day, he's from, Mad Science Workshop.
Right.
He also told me and about this solder paste and how to hot air, solder more specifically to, the electronics that we use. And he also sent me like a bunch of these links so I could share that with you.
Awesome.
If I do that, I will also put it in the I'll put it in the description here since we talked about it, so people can find that like after the show is done. Mark says, Mundo, you honor your friend well. You put out good vibes, my man.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we were pretty close, and we were, even though we were not exactly family, we were like brothers, man. I mean, we watched out for each other if we needed something, to take care of something. It didn't matter what we were doing. We dropped it, what we were doing, and helped each other out, no problem. Um, it was just that kind of friendship that we had, and basically like brothers. I mean, we considered each other family. I mean, that's I went and visited his parents. I didn't need a reason to visit him to go see his parents. I mean, I'd go see his parents without him. I mean, that's how close we were. So yeah. Uh, Felicia, ooh, that's a nice crystal. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I try. I mean, you don't see the ugly part of it, but um, it's decent. It's decent. I found some decent crystals. For sure, for sure.
Did you see those crystals at the custom saber shop? Did you talk about those like one episode? I don't know if we talked about that or if I just talked about that with somebody else, but the crystal, my friend Mike actually makes them for the custom saber shop. They're like, it's like a crystal. Well, I don't think it's a real crystal, but it's like a a crystal form, and it has
Right.
the neopixel attachment.
I've seen those, and I think they are I think they are not plaster. What do you call acrylic? I think it is. I think like
Right.
it's an acrylic crystal, and I think he could put some kind of like I think they put like frosting in it, so it looks like an actual crystal.
It looks pretty much
And
like a real crystal, yeah.
it does. It's pretty damn close. I mean, if you really didn't know what it was or what it looked like and stuff like that, you couldn't even tell the difference if that was really, if you weren't paying attention, you could tell it was, it's not a real crystal, or if it really was one. Yeah. You have to really pay attention to it. Yeah. But I mean, it's freaking awesome. I mean, it's freaking awesome. The way they have it lit, oh, dude. It's funny. I like to use my phone LED to light up stuff. I don't know if I can. You know what? Hold on. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not sure if it'll work all right or not, but let's
Hold
see
on,
if this will.
while
I
you're
got a
doing
little.
that, let me bring in another guest. Hold on one second.
Free us or die.
We have Jedi Hesh here in a
Woo!
Mandalorian outfit. I don't know if I could hear him. Let's listen. Oh, I do hear it. Okay.
I hear the saber. I hear the saber.
What is going on? He probably
What
doesn't
up?
have his electronics inside his Mando helmet yet because it's under
Right.
construction.
It's under construction. The Mando
I'd love
helmet
to
is
make
under
a grand
construction.
entrance.
What
There
is
you
going
go.
on?
There you go.
What's up, boys?
What up? What up? How you doing, Eris?
Awesome, baby. Awesome. Mundo.
Cool, man. Cool.
What's
We
up,
made it to
fellas?
Mundo Monday.
Mundo Monday.
I just rewatched Top Gun the other night, the original Top Gun. It was bad. Like after if you guys watch it, I don't know how long it's been since you watched it. It was bad. Like I was so super excited to watch the new Top Gun, and I still am, but rewatching the original, it was like super bad. Like I was like, oh no, I don't remember it like this.
That's because you were younger when you watched it, and you were like, that's badass because of the jets. And now that you're older and know a few things, you're like, yeah.
I also remembered it being Miami, but it was California. It wasn't Miami. I don't know
Right.
why I thought it was Florida. Like the way it.
Mundo, what's the
just
drink of the
looked.
night?
It's just water tonight, buddy. No
Joining me, pal.
liquor tonight. I got let's see here. We got sparkling ice water.
No sparkles for me, just plain old bottle.
That might be
Yeah.
good to make a drink.
Well, this
out
is
of,
like-
that pink one.
Like cherry limeade, but no sugar.
Oh, it's flavored.
Yeah, flavored.
Nice. So I heard you guys
Yep.
talking about crystals. What did I miss?
Oh,
Well, actually,
not
let
much.
me bring in the next guest here, and we will get into
Drum roll,
crystals
please.
a bit more.
Bruh.
After all, what are we? Merchants, miners, tinkers, toy makers. Hardly the stuff of legend.
That's perfect. Is that my
What's
new
going
video?
on?
Is that my new video?
I don't know. I kind of passed that one around. Harris had that one last time. I have
okay,
to work
okay.
out like a better video selection because all my video selection stuff is old. Like some of the cooler ones don't make sense for intros.
Right.
So I don't know. Oh
What's
wait,
up,
this is
fellas?
one I should have. Oh, I was looking for a Star Trek one. Now I find some Star Trek ones up at the top. I was gonna play a Star Trek one for Harris, and then I couldn't find him. I was like, oh, I guess I deleted it. But
I came out a winner.
Live long and
There
prosper.
you go. I heard California. I was like, oh, sweet. California knows how to party.
I rewatched Top Gun this past weekend, and it was far worse than I was trying to show it to someone who hadn't seen it, in preparation for the new movie, and I was like almost embarrassed. Like at the end, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." It was bad. That like this watch was pretty bad.
I got to be honest with you. I've seen bits and pieces of Top Gun, but I'm not a Tom Cruise fan.
I like a lot of Tom Cruise movies, like Minority Report.
I like some of them too.
A lot of them. Like, you know, I forget the names of them. There was one with Jamie Foxx where he's like a hitman. That was really good.
Oh, and what did you just put up, man? I'm looking at a diagram here. What did you put up there?
All right, so I don't know if you guys watched last week, but Jedi Arms Dealer brought up his Fulmer long handle Graflex body.
Yeah.
And we had some ideas that, like, you know, there was some ideas brought up of like what could you do with a really long, like a Graflex with a super long handle. So this was like, I guess, a 3-cell handle that would make the handle like really, really big. So that's like what I'm trying to show here in the image, just like a really long handle Graflex. You can see the top is a normal top because he would just put in some kind of normal top, like a replica top or something. And so that Jedi Arms Dealer wouldn't hurt his Fulmer 3-cell bottom, I recommend, you know, you put on these like stick-on rubber grips. And obviously he could use whatever clamp card that he wants. But the idea of this drawing here is just to show like some ideas. This is like one of the crazier ideas, but just to bring up a couple of the other ideas was like maybe have a really long like base area where you could put like a mega speaker or something and just have like, but then I kind of thought to myself, well, there's no place for the sound to really come out there because he doesn't want to drill holes into this really nice Fulmer.
Yeah, that's the problem with any Graflex. No, you know, you don't want to drill holes in the bottom of a genuine flex.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have it in your hand. When you've got it in your hand, I could pull up your screen, but it's
I like the diagram.
There we go.
There it goes.
Is that you that drew that, Ant?
Yeah, I was just giving. Wow. Jedi Arms Dealer attached it to a top. We didn't see the top like attached, but you guys can tell that it's like a super long hilt now.
Now that's a Graflex.
That's a Graflex.
Dave, what's the year that bottom is made? You said, like, did you say it last time?
It's got to be, I would think, late 30s, early 40s era, because it's a non-patent Fulmer. I would assume, like, you know, unfortunately, they don't stamp them, but yeah, this is how it all kind of came together.
A super Graflex
with an unpopped bulb, so it's got the old school ready to pop bulb. Yeah, definitely strange.
Cool. Cool. Illumicore crystals, yeah.
Strange beast. Some rust.
Wicked cool though. Wicked cool.
Yeah. I don't think the top is a Fulmer, but this is what it showed up with, so I just kind of kept them together.
It came with that. I thought you had attached that.
Yeah, no, it arrived with both of these pieces, and then I want to say a 2-cell bottom as well. So it arrived with like 3 different things.
That's incredible. Is that a spent cartridge up top? A spent bulb?
No, it's still ready to go, brand new.
Really?
That's a new bulb.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know you could even get them anymay.
I got a whole box of them that I bought with another bunch of Graflex crap eons ago.
Oh, wait a second. How do I get him back there?
So, Ant, did you draw that diagram?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Let's go back. So, all right. So you guys, wait, I can't control this thing properly.
Dave, I got one like you too. You want to see mine?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Nice.
That's
a
modern one, 70 years.
Dude, I got one of those damn things.
Yours is cooler, Dave.
Car with that.
Yours is definitely cooler.
It is weird. This one trips me out. It's
what is going on,
heavy.
Cole?
I should weigh it. You know.
Chet Osborne is here as well. Happy Mundo Monday. Happy Mundo Monday to
Happy
you.
Mundo Monday.
Happy
Chet,
to be
how you
here
doing,
talking
buddy?
Sabers.
How you doing?
Yeah, Top Gun has big Florida man energy. Like it was really weird to see everyone was like sweating so much. Like they must have used like a gallon of gallons and gallons of like spray bottles spraying these people down, unless they were actually sweating. Great Wazoo 42, welcome. You ever thought of gutting a keychain laser pointer or two for the components to use as lighting instead of LED for a crystal chamber? It's a more animated light. You guys got anything to say about that? I never did that.
That's an interesting concept. I've never thought of something like that, but man, that is definitely an interesting concept.
Yeah, I actually had a guy on my YouTube channel say something about wouldn't it be cool to experiment with like those little, cat laser pointer type of things and fire it into the crystal. What would that do when it hits all the facets? What would that look like? I've never got around to doing it, but I love that idea.
I have fired a laser pointer into a real diamond, and what it does is it diffracts the beam and shoots it all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like a spider.
Well, I've got
come out all over the place.
I'd have to find it, but I have a couple of I do have a couple of those laser pointers like that for the cats and stuff. Shit, I'll try that out.
My idea that I told Jedi Arms Dealer about this like maybe 6 months ago, a year ago. I don't know if you remember this, and you had some feedback about where to obtain one of these things, but we had talked about, instead of a crystal in a lightsaber, potentially using like a little mini disco ball. So like a little mini ball with like refractions all around, kind of like Harris is saying, like a diamond, but not a diamond, just a fake little disco ball. I think Jedi Arms Dealer knew of where to get something like that, but and then you shine like a green laser at that, like as a crystal chamber, and the little motor, like Harris's saber, like we showed last week, rotates the little mini disco ball in there. I mean, because I've done that on the big scale where like I had a green laser pointer and I shot it at like a disco ball that was rotating, and I mean it just refracts, like it looks like you have 100 lasers. I don't know what it would really do inside. I mean, we could talk about this a little bit more later, because I have another drawing besides the one that I pulled up, which is like more of a crystal chamber and has more of a, like the idea behind when you go to the store to try on clothes and there's a special mirror that like you could see all around you. I have that idea for like a crystal chamber as well. So the crystal chamber is like half open, and it's almost like the scene at the end of Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. There's like mirrors all around. So the thing, whatever design you have in your crystal chamber is encompassed in mirrors, and it's just gonna look like a lot more than whatever you put in. It's going to be like at least double, probably more, because it'll be like triple, or it'll be like encased in mirrors.
You can get that Mylar tape in pretty big sizes. That would do the trick if you could wrap it on something smooth. If you wanted like a half pipe mirror, that would work.
Ooh,
that we put on the Graflex clamps, that Mylar tape that looks like chrome. So they sell it in wider rolls, and you can even use car wrap. You ever see like a car wrapped in all chrome?
Right.
I bought like a 3
That's
foot
kind of more
section
what I'm thinking. Or like clear acrylic where there's a mirror backing to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that would work right.
What about kind of like one of those like, those little bowls where you put something in and then it's like the 3-dimensional picture up higher?
That happens to me after I smoke weed in a bowl. Put something in a bowl. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what you guys all look like right now.
Might help my diabetes if I got a hold of some.
Jim Smith says, Great Wazoo, a laser would not be more animated without a controller board than, say, a neopixel LED. Yeah, I mean, unless you did what I was talking about, which is like spin like a mirror system, and you could reflect it, or kind of take it. But yeah, it's not going to really dance or anything without any kind of like variation in the voltage or whatever, or like any kind of board controlling it. I've seen those lasers. I think we featured them on Saber Talk once. Those laser lightsabers, pretty intense.
I know the crystal ball that you were talking about, Space, because I used to have one when I was a lot younger. I don't remember where I got it from, but yeah, I know it was about, yay big. And man, it's crazy though to hear you talk about that, knowing that I had one at one time, and to put one in a saber. Oh my God.
You'd have to find like the right size.
It'd have to be definitely a good size saber to really put it in, because that some bitch about that big, man.
Kyberphonic is here. What's going on, Jesse?
What's up, Kyberphonic?
Hello there.
Jess.
Cool, man.
How you
Hello
doing?
there. Welcome.
You can buy those lasers pretty small. I discovered when I was looking for one as a pointer for the laser cutter, because you mount it to the laser cutter head and it shows you where your laser is actually going to hit. It's just for a visual guide. But like if you go to Harbor Freight, they sell one about this long.
Yeah, I've taken that one apart, and like part of it is like watch batteries, so it's like only half that size in there too.
Correct.
It's not that big at all. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And it powers off a 3.7 or 4-point lithium.
Blue Mamba is here. What is going on, Carter? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. He says, hey, Nerf Herder Customs. Yo, dudes. What's going on, Benji? Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. What does Jim Smith say? 4, 5, and 7 cell extensions were 1928 between 1932 and 37. So that's even older than I thought. That's even older than I thought for those. Felicia says, imagine that swinging from your belt. That's
Your
crazy.
disco saber.
Well,
Smacking your knees.
I don't know if she means like that super long hilt or the disco saber, but yeah, either one. But if it was the super long one, it still wouldn't be as heavy probably as Harris's Graflex, and Harris's Graflex is a normal size Graflex. Just got a lot of like heavy metal in there.
Brass has weight.
Brass is a lot of weight. So do you think when you get the alternate silver pieces that it'll be like, oh, well, no, I think we talked about that because
it'll be about the same. I did a Google search, and brass weighs very similar to silver.
Oh, okay. They're both
a little bit heavier, but nothing that like holding it, we wouldn't notice it.
JT Lovecraft is here. What's going on?
JT, what up? Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Happy birthday. I know you had a birthday a couple of days ago. It's been a while. Mike Hendershett said, so you can blind all your enemies at once. Yeah. Or yourself when you're like staring at that crystal chamber, like just
hopefully not yourself.
ogling.
Right.
I think that's kind of what would happen if all those mirrors were like reflecting it back. You couldn't help it.
Don't let your cat in the room.
It don't look too bad.
It would be cool for
Let's see.
videos. Like that's why I got. Where's my glove? Wait, let's see if I have power in this glove.
It's you, Mundo.
Let's see. This is just a little flashlight. Let's see. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Or am I covering it up too much?
That's friggin' sweet.
And can you make them full size? There you go.
There we go.
Nice.
Mundo's second build, he'll be powered by a laser.
Nice.
There we go. So since we're talking about crystal chambers, we got one lit. We got one lit right there.
Thanks,
Very
Jim.
nice.
Yeah, I've been playing with turntables since 1991. There you go. Well, Spacey, you already got it figured out.
Ah, look at that. Look at that. Wow.
I don't know what mode it's in. I think
Those are crazy.
it's gonna break. Wait, it's gonna break my camera. Wait, it's gonna break.
This
It
started
started to go black for a second.
What's the size of those?
I can see the lasers here in PA.
I'm gonna hurt somebody or myself.
I think he just knocked an airplane out of the sky.
Oh, Jim says brass is denser than silver.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened there.
Yeah. Yeah. I just paid that bill too. That hurt.
Okay, where's my? Oh, here we go.
I like the drawing, man. That's a sweet drawing.
Oh, thank you. So this is just before we talk about
Yeah,
the crystal chamber thing. This was like I had mentioned on the show that potentially you could do a. So imagine, like you could do a saber inside a saber, for instance. So up top we do have the like the Graflex looks kind of normal. You have your neopixel connection in there, kind of showing like a kind of a cut through here, a cutaway. We got our like let's say 18650. We got it all packed up in there with the speaker in the top half. We've got our circuitry, our like pretty tubes and potential custom pieces made from like 3D printer, acrylic bits, maybe some metal like holding it together. We have our crystal focus or Profi board right here. And then basically where the clamp is, I have a magnetic connector, and the magnetic connector connects to like basically another entire saber that is within the Fulmer long handle. So with a speaker facing down and another board and a CR123 style size battery, we almost have like a Sidious or a Yoda style hilt, like kind of facing upside down here. So you could see that the emitter, if you were to turn this drawing like the other way, this would be the emitter of a breakaway saber. So once you like take away the Fulmer bottom half, you're presented with what looks like a continuation of the entire saber, like inner chassis, but you could actually break away this entirely other saber hilt, which could function like with its own, like let's say retention key in that emitter section, its own pogo connections for neopixel, and its own battery and stuff. When it's in the long saber, we could have controls over that bottom half for like just more sound, more smooth swing sound if you turn that one on via like hidden buttons or something.
Oh wow, so you're running like two boards at the same time for the same.
You could.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Kind of like your arc blade, right? With the two boards running like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, that is a sweet concept, man.
Yeah, and then the shorter saber could be a Shoto when you pull it out and separate them.
Yeah. Wow.
That's dope.
Amazing.
You know what else could even work is I didn't even think of it till now, which is like, let's say you take off the Fulmer bottom half and you can maybe put it even in like a 6-inch or an 8-inch or maybe a 10-inch short blade. I don't know how powerful that magnet would kind of hold it in, Dave. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
you can get them pretty ballsy. You can do it.
So I was thinking like within this section here, which was like the magnet section with like 2 disc magnets, you could also have a connection system within that would maybe be in the center that could connect your wires when we're talking about having like buttons that would run down from the top down and like control like the auxiliary and the power of the bottom half there.
Nice.
So let's talk about this other image, which I think is pretty cool. So this is
that thing.
Oh, look at that.
This is
Flux capacitor.
A design for a crystal
man.
chamber.
That's chamber candy. That's freaking chamber candy right there.
Right? Oh my god, look at that.
Damn, Anthony. Whew.
Wow.
Chills.
Jeez. Look at that.
So I was thinking about what we were talking about last time with those with those LED filaments,
Mm-hmm.
and to use a couple of those at the top, maybe 3. You know, I think it would work with 2 back there as accent LEDs, but it would be better with 3, as there's 3 cutouts, and then there's 3 cutouts below the crystal chamber as
Mm-hmm.
well. Now, just to be clear, this is a totally different idea that I'm showing you guys. This is not the Fulmer Graflex idea, or, you know, it could go in there, but I'm just presenting this as just a crystal chamber idea, separate from like anything else here. So we have, you know, some maybe like some brass, like bike valve parts here with potentially some little neopixels like the floras embedded in there, and powered, you know, with along the blade, or this was a Profi board, which Dave, I was thinking about it, and I think that Profi would probably suit this best, because you could separate like the crystal chamber and do those special effects like FET 263 offers for the crystal chamber more so, and like
Right.
really specify what you want to do
On the separate channels, yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, so in the center of this design would be the, you know, whatever crystal you chose, and you put like another, you know, I tried to fit, like I was trying to think of like, would a Civilized Sabers 5 LED chip work underneath there, but I think it might be too much. So I was thinking maybe just a flora under there, kind of facing up. You got to probably add a little diffusion to it. But this is the chamber I was talking about, where all these facets could be kind of like a mirrored acrylic or some kind of chrome acrylic, maybe a combination of like clear, chrome, dark, different type of like reflective plastic bits that you 3D print to like where this crystal chamber is embedded in this feature window almost. And basically this is like open. It's almost like, picture like a cutaway or something that was like, if you turn this around, you would see the bottom of it. You wouldn't see the same exact thing on the other side, if you know what I'm saying. This is like the heart of the saber that you could only see from this one side, like properly.
Oh, love that.
And like it kind of features this idea that Tom from Megtooth Sabers told us about a few months back, or maybe last year, which was about these 1515 LEDs. So the 1515 is just like a super small size. And I think on the last show here, Mundo Monday last week, if you want to look back at that show, we looked up on Adafruit's website about the 1515, you know, how much they were and how to buy them. And they available. They didn't seem to be like out of stock or anything like that. So they're RGB. So I show it here like that. Everything's lit up in red, but you could imagine that these LEDs could be like lit up in whatever color. And I have these little arrows here to kind of show how you might want to wire them up, where
flow. Yeah.
And like it could flow into the crystal, or it could like flow out of the crystal. That's right. Where I think like those FET 263 things might come in handy, where it's like those different effects, you might find new uses for them. Like if it was a crystal, you know, crystal chamber like this.
I like the concept where you see the arrows going down and up at the same time, so that the four of the lights come into one central, you know, unit. And that looks pretty sweet. And then if it goes like you were saying, it goes in and then it goes out at the same time, kind of like a continuous circle, you know. Man, wow.
So
unbelievable.
With the subblades thing, you could actually program each individual one of those 4 strips to do whatever you want, and all be on one channel.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have blue coming in from the top and going into the crystal, and then like green coming into the bottom of the crystal. You could have
God.
You could have them go either direction, any color you want when you start using subblades on that channel.
Looks
So
like a
all
warp
four-
core to me.
Yeah.
Yes,
So all 4
yes.
strips.
Like matter and antimatter coming into mix at the crystal.
That's badass.
Wow. That is that is wow. Definitely candy for sure, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Man.
I like how it's
I like the
supported by
crystal
the
you drew,
tips.
actually, Ant.
Yeah, right.
Oh, thank you.
Right,
Felicia says,
Felicia?
Anthony, your drawing is insane. Thank you.
Agreed.
That's
Yeah,
so nice.
exactly.
Agreed.
Jim says, if the back of this chamber was mirrored, that would be sweet. Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm thinking, but like chunky mirrored, like all broken up, you know, like kind of how I draw it, like all like, because I'm thinking like, and I think Jedi Arms Dealer hopefully understands like my shorthand here, because this isn't like a, you know, a masterpiece or anything. It was just kind of just like a sketch I did in the iPad, but hopefully you get my shorthand of like these stepped like acrylic bits, you know.
Almost
I
like a
think
shattered mirror. Almost like a shattered mirror.
Instead of being like
Digital
broken,
squares.
it would be like more like machined, you know, and instead of like broken where it's like random, it would be more of a
kind of like more mosaic type.
Yeah,
there you go. Mosaic square mirrors.
Yeah. Dude, that again, man. Wow. Cool. I could picture it right now. It just
Great Wazoo says, I was joking about making a Shoop de Whoop font. I'm a firing my laser, but seeing your design idea for a crystal chamber, I could see doing separate font sets just for the crystal chamber. Yeah, I mean, like, I think this could be a lot of fun because you could program it to where, like, I was thinking about the font called Crystalline Workshop, I think it is, where you have all these neat like sounds that when you hold down the aux button and it makes these sounds, and then you press the aux button, it makes other sounds, not laser sounds, but like you're fiddling with the lightsaber and stuff. I could totally see different things happening like with something like that.
Well, I can see it being animated, and then as you're playing around with the animations, you hear Doc Brown, "Great Scott!
I have that Crystalline Workshop font.
0.21 gigawatts."
It needs to be updated to Smooth Swing.
Is that the one I'm thinking of, Harris? That's like
Yeah.
Genesis Custom Sabers. That's
yeah,
like
I have it. I have it on my Saber here, but it definitely needs an update. Mad Cow, please update that. Needs some smooth swing action in it.
Jedi Arms Dealer probably already updated it.
You're talking about Crystalline. You talking about Crystalline Workshop?
Do I have the right name for that?
Yeah, well, you're talking about Crystalline Workshop where the girl's talking the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mad Cow did that one. It was
I forget who did it.
Oh, one of the old school guys.
Was it Novastar? Because I think it might be
Novastar.
But what I'm thinking of really is the one Mad Cow did. I think I have the name wrong on his.
Oh, you're talking about oh heck. It's actually the font I put on when I want the Cylon thing behind my head.
Right. It's the one that's like if you're working on the Saber and you would go into that font. I forget the name of it. But Calibrate. So I think that's something like that. You know when Calibrate like ramps up is like
Here, guys.
like one of those. Harris probably has it on call.
Yeah, Crystalline Workshop.
That would work too, and you have different animations. I mean, I could almost see like power like trickling in through this like X pattern. Pattern could light could explode out of the crystal.
User will attempt to manually adjust audio frequency. You may begin when ready.
With that voice one, I could almost hear, or I could almost see that these like white filament LEDs that like kind of power the upper and lower chambers there could be like going downward, animated downward into the crystal.
There's a ton of cool, just like machine type noises in that font that Harris has on that would just be so sick to do timing type of programming on the pixels. That's a great idea.
You could diffuse those little LED, this little 15 strips somehow, maybe with something metal like tubes, or maybe with something plastic to make them look like they are like fiber optic of some sort.
And
Or
you
even-
think we could put them next to the screen on my Graflex? You think they
Next to
would
the
fit in there
screen?
next to the screen?
I haven't seen them in person yet, so I have to like get a pack of them and like really look at them.
Yeah.
I haven't played with them yet at all.
They're tiny. I haven't seen them either, but they look tiny.
They look tiny. I know that they're smaller than the 7mm ones that we use for our blades, which are the 35. These are like half the size, so I kind of know that they're super tiny, which is why I know that they would work like in a crystal chamber. But we know from last week looking them up that they're pretty dense, so I think you'd get a lot of them within a few inches. You would have a decent amount of them because it was like 150 per meter.
And can you send me a link to it? I'll order a strip.
Yeah, you know what? After the show's done too, I will add the link to the description so like
Cool.
people could see the stuff that we talked about.
Cool. I mean, for the Graflex, I'd only need like 2 inches, you know?
Yeah, well, we could just get
Right.
one pack is probably half a meter, like play
Okay.
around with it.
All right.
Aren't
Yeah,
they,
I mean,
aren't they only like
I'll buy a pack and I'll bring it with next time I come over, and I only need like 2 little strips, but
Yeah.
you can have the rest. You'll play with the rest.
aren't they only
Yeah, it'd be
like 4
fun to, like-
millimeters wide, Space?
I think they must be 4. Yeah,
4?
I
That's
think
pretty
it
small.
said it on the
That's crazy
website.
small.
I think it was like 4.
4 millimeters wide is pretty small.
That should fit, Harris. I would think.
He's
That's
got like
tiny.
no space in his chassis, so
Tight.
that's
Yeah.
like we need the smallest one possible. And that would be nice, Harris, because you could get a little strip of them. We don't have to wire anything together because it's like a little strip, and you've got a few LEDs in a row to do your animations.
Yeah.
I know what I wanted to ask you guys. I forgot when you had Harris's Graflex out last time, because I've been in Profi world for the last few months working on Jeff's. I don't know if Irv yet has unlocked the LS2 pad. Are you guys able to unlock that and get like separate chamber colors, programmed on a separate channel for Harris's build?
I think
So
we
would
had
that be like a 5 channel, the 5th
line.
channel?
No, he's
No,
talking about a
it-
second channel.
A neopixel channel.
Yeah, but you already have 4 channels on it as is now, so that would add a 5th.
No, you don't have individual control over those 4 channels, except for what
I thought we did. I thought
well, only for your motor, but not for
like,
NeoPixel.
let's say we wire up like a Kylo Ren saber. Isn't there a way to do the 1 blade and then 2 as a separate blade on a separate channel? The 2 little Kylons on the side.
Well, with the crystal focus, you basically get 2 neopixel channels if Irv's unlocked LS2, because your blade goes on LS1 and then your 2 Quillions together go on LS2.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
you get a maximum of 2 neopixel channels. But that's what I didn't know if you guys had messed with that yet, because I haven't looked on CFX in a while to see if that secondary channel is working. Anyone in the chat knows, I'd love to know if LS2 is fully active now and you can do crystal chamber idle effects with the blade off. I'd love to know the answer to that question.
I just wired all his stuff to blade.
LS1.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Cool.
Because he had stuff that was wired in line as well. So it was like, I think there was like, even though there was some crystal chamber action, it was like wired in line with the blade. So it was like LED 1, and then the blade started, it was like LED 2, or however he had it.
The blade comes down and jumps off of in line with the little flower over the spinning chamber, the spinning plasma gate, and then there's a little tiny, I think a 4 or 5 millimeter neopixel chip under the bottom crystal chamber, and that just comes in and joins with the other 3.
Okay.
So it's all actually working as 1 blade.
Gotcha.
That's on my saber, yeah.
Rich Sangillo is here. He says, that is wild. I can't wait to see it.
Rich?
Yeah, maybe Jedi Arms Dealer
Awesome.
will make this one day. I don't have the capability.
I'm trying to figure out how I'll do the kind of disco ball looking background. That my head's been grinding on that as we're watching it. I don't.
I could
That would be-
probably
that'd
draw
be
you like a
tricky.
different angle so that it's not so flat or something.
No, I think I know where you're going with it. It's almost like, I don't know, like a square,
Like a
with
half
mirrors.
circle, and then within that,
Yeah.
it's like all these like chunk. But I think what it could be is like not individual little parts. It's like horizontally a disc that's like a half of a cylinder, half of a disc basically, with like almost like a bite taken out of it.
Right.
I could and you have variations of that kind of step down, and when it steps down to the most that it could step down, that's the center, and then it steps back up toward the bottom. So you would use like the duplicate parts, but you'd have like, I guess you'd have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like all like leading to the center, the deepest point where the crystal's like lying in there like a jewel. Like the jewel that it is, you know, and then you have these like tubular something. It got to be like, I think in a tube, whatever we when we experiment with those LEDs, those 1515s, we got to find out like what we could shove them into, and then those tubes like lead to the crystal itself, you know, join up with it. Maybe there's other things pointing at the crystal that like aren't in this drawing, like, you know, Harris has on his saber like little bits like pointing to the crystal, and little metal tubes that kind of bend and point toward the crystal. That could be there too.
That's kind of that is kind of cool. I went back and I watched some of Dave's other videos and stuff. Like the last one I saw was of the detonators and the thermal detonators. And so I was thinking like, oh wow, I saw the Rancor one too, the Rancor saber. But going back to the detonators, you know how it has the 3 LEDs going like this back and forth?
Yep.
On the front of it. And if you could do maybe the LEDs like that, like they'll go back and forth like this, and then all of a sudden shoot down into the crystal, like and then boom,
it ignites. Ooh, I like that.
That type
Dude,
of stuff
would
could like happen, because like if like you know the way Dave's talking about programming something like this, you could literally do anything, you know, once you have like it mapped out, like, oh, there's 20 LEDs on this strip and there's 20 on this one and 20 on this one, and you know the way you wired it and stuff, you could just program it to do anything you want. It'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Or even have one that just spins like a motor like this, and then it shoots it down to ignite everything. Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah, I almost wish you could program those little filaments to act like neopixel strips. That'd be sick. When they start making them that small, man. Let the fun begin.
Yeah, like Mundo just gave me an idea when he's talking about this like spinning. Like I'm thinking, you know, imagine something the size of a wedding ring, but inside the ring, pointing in, are some of these 1515 strips. And then within that is like a crystal. And if you had an animation, it could look like a motor was spinning, even though there was no motor.
Absolutely.
Because of the way the LEDs.
Yeah, I got a question, guys. How could we power the smallest single neopixel chip? What would be needed? Like, how could we power that with like a coin battery or a button style battery? Would that be possible?
Jedi Arms Dealer did something like that in the past Saber he did for
Daria.
for the
So
what's the company?
that was the
called?
big
I'm
boy
always
Saber,
forgetting.
right?
The big
I want
boy.
to
Saber
embed one
boy.
inside of a Green Lantern
That's
ring.
another one I watched.
I want it as a freestanding unit and put it inside of a Green Lantern ring, so that
Green Lantern Saber.
the top of it
Ooh,
glows.
that'd be sick, dude.
I think that would work, because
Jedi Hesh.
yeah, I think it would work, because a laser works. Like it would probably work like.
How did you
just
power
like
it, Dave?
that.
Actually, I powered it with like if I could get to my box super easy, I have a whole little bin of little tiny lithiums that go inside of like
A flat cell battery?
Well, it has wires that come off of it, and it's got a little protection circuit on it. But it's like
It's 90 milliamp.
yeah, it's 90 milliamp.
It would need to fit inside of a
tiny
ring.
cell pack. Well, you know what they put them in is, remember back in the day when you used to have to like get those FM transmitters that you plug into your car, and you could get your Walkman or whatever to go into your car through the FM transmitter.
Yeah.
Well, that had a little battery on it, and so I gutted one of those one day and was like, oh, where can I get these? And I bought new ones off of eBay, and that's where Anthony and I brainstormed on it, and
Gotcha.
you know, we both made that crystal chamber happen on Darius.
Gotcha.
But Harris, my question is, why do you need a neopixel if it's a green lantern ring? Why not just a green LED?
Brighter, sharper looking.
Because it only has to be green, I would imagine. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be sweet if it flickered and stuff white for sure. You know, different colors. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting with it.
You could use a green candle flickering LED, and then it would look like it's alive. Because with the single
small is
neopixel,
it?
Harris,
Like a little 3 or 5 millimeter, probably
yeah,
5
you get them
for
at
the
3 or
blinking.
5. Yep, those are bright. But
Jim
the thing with
Smith
the
says, this is the new name, antimatter crystal chamber.
neo-
Yeah, for sure.
There you go, Felicia. That's cool. For
Oh,
sure.
nice.
How can we fit it inside this?
So it doesn't light up now?
No.
Huh. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
Oh, I'll check that out. Hey, couldn't you use those LEDs though that go on the board?
Like an SMD?
Yeah, like an SMD
SMD
LED.
I don't think the problem is the size of the LED. I think the problem is the size of the battery to power it.
Yeah, the one we used in Darius Saber would be too big for the ring.
Yeah, like what about those? If you wanted to keep replacing it, maybe those like LR2 type batteries. That would probably-
Yeah, no, hold on. I think I know which I have. Oh man, let me see if I can find the. I think I know what kind of battery that you could use, because
I wish I could make those rings and like
Is that metal, Harris?
mass produce them
Uh,
rings.
This one is, the top of it is plastic. The bottom of it is like a, what do you call it? Like a white metal.
let's see.
This is a toy one. This was the Toys R Us $10 one that are now
Nice.
going for like $200 on eBay.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Why is that? Why are they going for more?
Yeah.
They only made them when the Ryan Reynolds movie came out. It's like a replica of the Ryan Reynolds one.
That's wild. Limited edition.
Yeah, limited edition. And I bought a bunch of them. I'm not going to tell you where they wound up, but I recently acquired a few more.
Oh,
That's wild.
Jedi Arms Dealer. We got Rich here saying, I don't know if he opened up the second data pad.
Yeah, I haven't been in CFX in a while just because I'm trying to learn sub blades on Profi. So I just really want to. I believe LS2 is next upcoming firmware update. Okay, that'd be awesome. I'm ready, Irv. Let's do this. Okay, it's either the last update or next.
Well, those damn batteries.
I just need to jump in there and search for it because I really want to know.
Do I have that?
Jim says you could strand fiber optic string to the NeoPixel. Yeah, I don't know if you would like lay it on top, or if there's a hollow one you could shove it through.
Or even like how Michael Murphy does, where you're talking about the little, stabilizer, greebly looking things that come up and almost touch the crystal. If the very tips of those lit up with fiber optics as well, that would, oh my God.
Those are so tiny.
I know.
Very tiny.
But it would add to this gloriousness I'm seeing on my screen.
Like I have something akin to that idea where like these filaments down here, if that was a hollow area where the filaments behind and some slits cut through, I was thinking maybe right there on like the bike valve or the a different metal section or a couple more holes are drilled, this area is connected, and we can get some more light through those, as well as the lights, like, you know, flaring up on those LED filaments.
Yep. Have you been able to find those in cool white yet, Space? I've been looking.
Like, originally, those were the only ones I saw them, but I haven't looked. Like, I haven't looked into probably a couple years. Like since we talked about it, since I told you about it or whatever, I haven't really looked.
Yeah, because I can only find the yellow that kind of light up like Edison type light for now.
Really? Because I thought that the ones that were to light up cool white also appeared yellow. So are you sure that, I think, like, if you're on eBay and stuff, just like double check the if there's a drop down menu to select, I don't know, like the 4K or the 6K one would be like the white one, I guess. Because sometimes the white one actually looks yellow, like the plastic of it's yellow, but it'll light up cool white. It's very odd.
Well, Barbara and I were in Home Depot the other day, and they had a whole shelf of the Edison bulbs in different colors. So you can get the filaments in green, red, yellow. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that. Like, when I drew this the other day, I was thinking that. I was like, are those filaments available in colors? And I was like, nah, I don't think so. But you just opened my eyes to that. I didn't know that.
Well, they had them in, pre-manufactured bulbs, but I haven't gone online yet to see if you can buy just the individual filaments in different colors yet.
Do you go on, I think you do. Like, do you go on Alibaba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Is that a pretty secure site or no?
AliExpress is the one that I'll get on there and look for weird stuff too.
Great Wazoo 42 says fiber optics aren't as popular as they used to be. But the way you guys are talking, I could see running fiber along the rest of the tech in a crystal chamber, just have more points of light.
That's an idea.
If you put one end of the fiber optic in front of one of those neopixels that you have coming in from top and bottom of space, just focus one, a few ends or whatever over top of each individual pixel, and then had them coming in and wrapping around the crystal and almost touching them.
God.
You'd get creepy, like crazy looking points of light coming out of the fiber optic shooting into the crystal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it would transfer that light from the strips. Oof. Oh, the possibilities.
Endless possibilities.
Jim Smith says a nice SMD LED would work, and some coin and a coin battery. Yeah, I think that would work. Like, if you squeeze, like, there could be something where, like, you squeezed it a little bit, Harris, maybe to activate a little actuator in there. If you squeeze, like, your fist, and it could light up. Like, I have some of those little actuators. Like, I think Mundo sent me some where it's almost flat. The button's almost flat. And if that was on the inside of the ring and you made a fist, I think you could maybe activate one of those little buttons. Jim Smith says the warm white light is 3K to 4.5 and the cool white is 5 to 6.
Yeah. Yep, I've not been able to find the cool white filaments, so if you find them, Space, let me know. I'd rather have those for Jeff's build.
Yeah. I think they got to be on eBay somewhere, I would imagine. Or, what was so weird? I think a couple shows ago, I was telling you, Dave, about that website. This might have been a while back. It was about that website, Super Bright LEDs.
Yeah.
And then I told you, like, it's like it must be like a Chinese-owned site now or something. It's different now. I got tricked because I've always been on since like 2012. Let me check out what my dog's doing. Okay, since like 2012, I've been on the site buying LEDs called Super Bright LEDs, and it's got a certain look to it, right? Actually, I'll pull it up for you guys. This is so funny. So there's like a copycat type of site. It's called like Super LED Lighting, but it's got the same logo. So I'll show you.
Is it a scam?
Well, no, I bought stuff from it. I mean,
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
okay.
they're just like going off of the success, I guess, of the other place. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
Mhm.
weird. Let me see if I could find. Okay, so I got super bright LEDs. Okay, so that's that. It was just weird that I did this. Here we go. Oh, that's the same thing again. Because like now I'm only finding the legit one, but there were days there where it would only show me the fake one. Let's see here. They have the same like logo. No,
Maybe
that's
it's
it
the same
too.
company. They'll do stuff like that.
Oh, because
Sometimes,
like a
like
lot
with
of the
the Chinese companies on eBay, they'll do that. They'll create like 4 companies and they all sell the same stuff
that's true. Okay, it could be that.
just to cover more ground. They're getting crafty.
So this is super bright LEDs. Like, do you see the way it's like written? Let me see if I could find the other one.
RGB.
Yeah,
They got the
yeah, but it's
RGB
even like
letters.
the font and stuff. It's weird.
Huh.
Let's see if I could find the other one. It's weird that it's like not there anymore. It used to be like number 1 and 2 when I did the search like recently. You know, it could have been like you said, it's either the same place or they got like rid of them. You know, they got them like gone. I'm not finding it now, to be honest. And before it was like so easy. Yeah, that's not it. I can't find the fake one now. But there was like a month there where I was explaining to you about like this and that about this, and it wasn't even this website. It wasn't even this website. But this super bright LEDs is where I always got like my website. So I'll take a look on there for those because they might have those filaments there. But
As in that company's been around so long, like that's what you were getting for your your old school string blades?
yeah, that's where I would buy like my 3 and 5 millimeter LEDs. They seem to have like the most robust ones that wouldn't like burn out. And
Right.
even like the specifications were like better than everywhere else, where everyone else is like 10 to 20 like milliamp specs. These were like, 30, 40, 50 and up 100 milliamp spec on a lot of the LEDs I was building with. So they were a lot more robust. Tim McAndrew is here. What's going on, buddy? I got out of Doctor Strange 2.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
That's awesome. Hope you had a good time watching it. I didn't watch it, but I listened to like a 15-minute replay of what happened by one of my friends, and then another friend told me like an hour replay about like the whole movie. So I don't know if I need to go because I kind of heard everything that happened. Jim's gonna look for it too. I know it. Cool white LED filament. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Like, one that would like work with because there'd be different versions. There'd be like probably 11 or 12 volt versions like for car applications, but we'd be looking for
Right.
something that like we could use with like, I don't know, 3 to 5. Like a 3 to 5 volt thing.
The ones I got in the mail space didn't even specify, so I just had to experiment until I fried one. I was like, oh, okay.
You know what I fried just yesterday is my entire like soldering station. Like, I don't know if it's because I had it like doing a lot of, I had it powering a 12 volt like receiver thing that I was playing with, like for a garage door opener. I had it on soldering. I had the SMD workstation on. I had all 4 bits of it on, and then it just like I think the fuse blew. So I have to like I didn't have time. I just like pulled it out and put in like my like backup, but I think my fuse blew on that. I was gonna make Harris fix it next time he's over.
I don't know if he can hear you.
Great Wazoo says, what about moving parts on the chamber? Little fake sensor pads on swing arms that move in and out or up and down, stepped crystal rotation instead of smooth.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe on like a cam. Get
Right.
some cams in there.
So, Harris, I was gonna tell Harris, I've got these little batteries. I don't know if these you might gonna go smaller or not, but these are the LICB. They're 1130s. So I mean, they're pretty tiny, man. But you could probably go tinier than that for the ring.
Yeah, and those are like they're all like 3.7, right? Like the
Yeah, I
volts on
believe they
those.
are.
And
Let's
if
see. 1.5, it says 1.55 volt.
Okay, you probably have to like. Well, it all depends on what LED you got. There's LEDs that would run at that.
So this is what I run my Yoda with. The Yoda doll, Yoda statue.
Rich, is this movie Go See Everything Everywhere All at Once? Is that the Michelle Yeoh movie? I almost went and saw that.
Yeah,
if that's
I think so.
Almost went and saw that because my friend said it had like kung fu, it had other stuff, and I was like, oh, that seems interesting. I just didn't get to the movies. I might have seen that though. And
it's got data from the Goonies, man. Michelle Yeoh, data from the Goonies. It seemed like a good cast.
Oh, Rich says it's amazing. I'll definitely see it.
Yeah, definitely gotta see it.
Mundo, it's weird. Like I don't have the feedback anymore when I'm talking, but now when you talk, I hear, I don't know, like a static. Like when you talk, like only when you talk.
Only when I talk?
You hear it?
It's a little crackly. I don't know if
is it
the microphone?
Is it because like the mic is like? Is there a mic that's like hitting your beard or something? I don't know. I don't know why.
No, because the mic's in here. And I heard the crackling when Dave was talking earlier, and so yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe if you listen to the show when it's all done, like when it's up on my channel, and see if you could figure out like why that's happening. Because I know you got a brand new set of headphones. That's why I don't get it.
Right. You know what? Maybe no.
It sounds like something to do with the mic, though. I just don't get why it's like, yeah, it's only when you talk.
Really?
You could probably hear it on the replay.
Probably. Go figure, right? I just bought these damn things.
I mean, they might be okay. It might just be like rubbing on your shirt, because it like every time Kevin would come on, and then his mic would like rub against his shirt or something, and it was like all he had to do was like, I don't know, fix it somehow.
Yeah.
You would like adjust it, and it would stop it.
So maybe that's what I need to do is adjust it.
It doesn't really bother me. I'm just letting you know.
Maybe in the settings on your computer too, it might be clipping, because that's what it sounds like to me. Is just a little bit of clipping.
Well, I'm actually on the phone. I'm not even on the computer. I'm on the phone.
Oh, weird.
So, yeah,
that is weird.
You would think it'd be better, right? I want to try something. I don't know if this will make it better or not. I'm going to see if I can put it around this way and just kind of hide the other hanging part and see if that works.
It's weird, like, yeah, it's like, it's not when you move around, which is like what would happen to Kevin. It's like literally just when you talk, so I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't either, so I don't know. I mean, definitely weird.
Well, speaking of crystal chambers, I got this bad boy in the mail today from Australia. Wait. How do you guys pronounce that? Do you guys know what this is?
Wow, look at that.
Ooh, I like that.
This was my last unicorn that I've ever wanted. I'm kind of like done buying sabers after getting this bad boy. Helvetica Customs used to make a stupid expensive one that was because the machining on it is a bitch.
What's it called?
So, this is Arcane. It's a Knights of the Old Republic hilt.
Wow.
And it's the machining on it is insane. So Jawa's Junkyard came out with one. God, I hope I'm not butchering that or messing it up. It came in from Australia. I've gotten a couple hilts from him, and the machining on this is just ridiculous. Like this is all This is all and it's a flat black anodized grip, and like look how it like does it's so comfortable to hold.
That looks fucking
It
cool,
looks
dude.
comfortable.
It's crazy. So speaking of crystal chambers, this is the opening. Like you don't even see it.
No.
This is an opening.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So you hold it like
I
this.
assure you, we are open.
So the holes almost look like the rest of them, and then you get to
Wow.
this side.
Which
and then
end
it's
is the
open.
blade end?
Backwards on the camera. This end.
That end.
Yep.
Oh,
That's your
that
blade.
is so cool.
Wow.
1 inch, and then pommel. So this was kind of one of my unicorns I've been wanting for a long time, but it was just unattainable.
That also looks like it'd make a sweet staff if there was two of them, right?
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, it's just a pommel that unscrews type of thing.
Oh,
But
wow.
I can't-
That's actually pretty cool, I think. That
Yeah,
unscrew.
where the chassis would slide in and out type of thing.
Wow.
My goodness.
Harris, that looks like a good sister saber to the
Very
flame,
cool.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be next to the flame on Jedi Arms Dealer's shelf.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so this and the flame are the last two I was waiting on, and then I'm kind of like done collecting for a while.
But then you got a
Wow.
lot of like, I don't know, playing around to do if you're going to install anything or
Yeah, but I just
have a
like
lot of empties around.
the emitter work is just
That
nutty
emitter
on
is
here.
just sick.
Yeah,
Don't get me started about the flame.
I know.
I just love that,
love
those layers. Those layers are what I'm
Uh-huh.
all about there. You know what it looks like from
That looks
that angle?
beefy, man.
A stapler. Like there was one angle was like ka-chunk.
Yeah,
It looks
there.
definitely beefy, dude.
That is sick, man. Oh, that is nice.
I love it.
And then the back end almost looks like a hot rod where like that flare out.
Mhm.
That mobile.
Yeah, it's
flips.
wicked.
Yes.
It
Right?
sits like
Turbine,
flat, you know,
right?
back and forth.
And
Yeah. What's cool is it has like little legs. Like these are like little legs when it sits down flat. It just doesn't roll around.
Well,
Yeah,
even the
it's like-
back,
it's
it
like
looks
a
like a
beef-
spaceship, man.
yes. It's like a beefy version of that
Wait,
F-16 one you guys have as well.
Hey, what do you call the Battlestar Galactica ship, man?
Viper.
The Viper. There you go.
All right.
The
I
Viper,
like
and yeah, the end of a Viper.
I like that. That was nice. That's a nice saber. And you say it's called what, an arcane or what?
It's spelled ARCANN.
Arcane.
I don't know if it's
Wow, nice,
Exar
man.
Kun or Arcane, but yeah, it's a Knights of the Old Republic. There's a video out there that showcases this saber. Maybe you guys have seen it and didn't realize that this was the one. It's in it with I think it's the one with the two brothers. And one turns to the dark side, the other one turns to the light side. It's
Yeah,
a really
I've
good
seen it.
video from Knights of the
Yes.
Old Republic. I'm pretty positive this is that saber.
That was a fan favorite, right? Like you were saying, a fan favorite video.
Yeah,
More like a
I think
Cylon saber, says Jim Smith.
there you go, Jim.
It was so shiny, like those Cylons from the 80s one.
Yeah, it was cool. He sent out a voting bulletin on Facebook and was like, "Do you want the silver powder coated or raw aluminum?" And I was like, "God, please make it a raw aluminum." So that's what he did. It looks so much better like that way between the flat black and the aluminum.
That is a nice reveal, dude. That seems
We'll
like
show
a
and tell.
good way to round out the show tonight, unless you guys have anything more you want to show. Harris, are you flipping around your inner
Yeah.
core?
Yeah.
I want to.
I'd be playing around with it too.
It's like
I'd
the
be playing
saber
around with it,
soul deep inside there. He's got the
Mhm.
soul of the
Harris, you're
saber.
gonna have to say. Harris, you're gonna have to say it's mine. I can play with it if I want to.
It's mine. Talk about
Oh.
parts that rotate on the inside, right? Look at
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
so sick.
Now, Harris, if you hold down the lockup, does that thing stop or slow down?
No, haven't figured that out yet.
Now,
I
do
think
you
that's like one thing we can control with the program, and we haven't quite gotten there yet.
like the speed of the spin, Harris, or do you want it like slowed down a little bit?
What's that, bud?
Do you like the speed of the spin, on the
Yeah,
crystal,
I
around
like
the
it.
crystal?
I like it. There's a way. I don't think we figured it out yet, though, to program it. Like if you hit the lockup or the
Mhm.
blaster blocks, it'll slow it up. Like a lockup with another saber throws a little monkey wrench into the workings of this saber. But we're working on it. We'll figure that out as we get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Right now, to get to the programming, I'd have to take the cover off. I have on order a new cover with the opening for the USB port. So once that comes, we'll put the OLED screen in, and we'll put that USB port in, and then I won't have to open it up to get to the programming or add or change fonts and stuff like that. So that's when I'll really get a chance to get in there and mess with the programming a little bit.
Gotcha.
I'm afraid to open it up now because when Ant and I were closing it up, it was kind of touchy, right, Ant?
It was like zero space in there, and there's no like
Nothing.
compression. You know, there's no way to compress it because sometimes when you have a plastic chassis, there's like a millimeter
down,
give.
Yeah, it messes
There's
with the
zero give. Like you don't have any give at all. It's just metal.
I did get something today. You guys want to let me throw a plug out?
Go ahead.
Hang on.
Sure.
I gotta remember to ask Harris where he gets his tiered stands from in his IKEA case back there. Those are sweet.
So something I brought it up last week, and I forgot to kind of mention it because we got off on other things. But about a week and a half ago, a bunch of Delaware, PA, New Jersey guys got together. I'm going to give a little shout out to everybody. Bill Buttle, what's up, Bill? Dave Bowden, yo, Dave. Ron Daniels, Becky Reed, and Ron Daniels' son, and I don't remember Becky. I think Becky's boyfriend was there, and me. We got together and we had a little Saber meetup. It was a lot of fun. We had dinner together, and we actually had a long table at the restaurant. We had to clear off room. There was no room for food when they were putting all lightsabers.
All sabers.
All sabers. I mean, Bill Buttle showed up with, if he had 10, he had 20 sabers on the table. But something when I'm carrying a lightsaber, I can carry one on my belt, but I mean, I don't want to carry this thing in my hand. I'm a little nervous doing that. So this is the plug I want to throw out. eBay, DEF CON Bird. Do an eBay search for saber bags or lightsaber bags. His bags are just amazing. This is a lightsaber bag. It's made specifically to carry and transport a lightsaber. It drops right in there. It's got a really nice drawstring, and you can carry it. It's very thick. The material.
Oh, is that
on it-
for? Is
What's
that for
that?
lightsabers? I just saw you drop your saber into there. I was storing nails in there, galvanized nails. Did you know?
No, lightsaber. And this one in particular is made out of a really thick, almost like a black denim material on the outside, and the inside is like a really soft, like a felt material. It's nice and soft in there. This one has some like nylon webbing, like straps you'd see on backpacks.
Oh, so you can put the blade through, right?
Adds a little bit of extra support. I've actually been in talks. It's his name is Al, DEF CON Bird on eBay, and he's got all different kinds of these bags. I have one more. I'll show you one more.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, nice.
So I bought this. I bought this about 6-8 months ago. This is another one. It's like a denim blue.
Shiny.
Same kind of setup. His paracord is like a DNA knot, which is really cool. It's got a little slider bead on it to, like, when you pull it shut, the slider bead kind of holds it shut. And I'm actually going to talk to him right now within a day or two after buying. This is the second one I bought from him. I'm going to talk to him about making me a long one, specifically to throw around like a sling to carry some blades in. Because, our blades, civilized saber blades, are the best in the world. And they, in my opinion, they are the Ferrari or the Lamborghini of lightsaber blades. And when I transport them or when I carry them or take them out or I go to a saber meetup or I'm going to Anthony's house, I can fit a couple blades in there. The bag's going to hold about 4 blades, and I'll be able to take a couple 1-inch, couple 7/8, couple short lamp sabers in it, and it's just a great little setup. He's gonna custom make a blade bag for me. I got that in the works. The bags, they look like they cost $50 a piece. I think his most expensive bag is about $25 or $26. He usually does free shipping.
Oh, wow.
They come in a really nice box. The box that I got today is beautiful for it. Like normally I'd throw the box away. I don't want to throw this box away. It comes with it. So thank you, DEF CON Bird. I love your bags. I told him I would throw a little plug at him. And check out eBay, DEF CON Bird. And Anthony, he's a fan of our pixel chips.
Al's always buying the Civilized Sabers pixel chips to make blade plugs and stuff like that. I mean, you could do so many things with them. I don't know that he's just doing blade plugs. You could do light up chambers and stuff.
I think on his eBay site, he makes blade plugs as well.
Yeah.
And I think what he's doing is he's using Civilized Sabers blade plug chips in his blade plugs that he's selling.
Sweet.
So
yeah,
thank you.
he's always ordering like 10 at a time and stuff. So I know he's making a lot of blade plugs.
Yeah.
Those
They
bags
use
are
them
really
rough.
nice though. I've felt that in person. I've held that in person. Very, very nice. Very high quality Saber bags.
Ooh, I gotta get me one then.
Very nice. Just go to eBay and in the search bar, look up lightsaber bag. Very simple. Pops right up. He's got, there must be 50 on there right now. Different styles, Rebel, different colors, Rebel, Jedi, Sith, Empire, all different designs, colors, shapes and sizes. But they're very nice. It's a great little product.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, this saber's worth thousands, right? I mean,
You don't drop it into just any bag.
yeah, what's $20 for a lightsaber bag for a beautiful lightsaber,
Mm-hmm.
It can only be dropped in a DEF CON Bird bag.
That's right.
There you go.
Boom.
Rich is going to get one for celebration.
There you go.
There's sword bags too. Oh yeah, so maybe something like that for all the blades.
Yeah, he'll do customs as well, from what I understand.
Harris, before I forget, speaking of plugs, where do you get your multi-tiered stands inside your glass display behind you?
Trade
Those are
secret,
badass.
but I'll fill you in. You ready?
Yeah.
They're wine bottle racks from Target.
What?
Go to Target
That's sick.
and get yourself some wine bottle racks. And what I actually did, I took some like fish tank tubing, and I cut them into little strips, and I took a blade down the one side, and I wrapped the fish tank tubing around the wire of it. They're metal,
scratch.
$20, and you got yourself a lightsaber stand.
Dude, those
I
are
have a few. I only have one here, but I have a few in storage. When I get a house, I'm going to set them back up. That's my little secret. Target lightsaber wine racks.
Wow.
And also a good place to search for stuff like that. I went to what the heck's it called? IKEA. IKEA makes these wine racks that are like an oval shape with cutouts in them, and there's 4. And what I did, at one point I had a lot of the Hasbro FX Sabers, and I put 2 and 2, and I had because the blades don't come out of those, so I had them suspended across 2 and 2 of the lightsaber.
Oop, he froze there.
touchdown.
Wine racks. Anywhere you find your booze, you'll find some wine racks, and wine racks work great. The old lightsaber.
Yeah, thanks, man, for that trade secret. Those are awesome. What's
Totally
funny is Barbara saw them in the background, and she was like, "You got to ask Harris about those. Those are cool. You need those
Target.
for your displays."
Now, I bought these about 10 years ago, so you might not find this exact style.
Yeah,
But I think they have something similar. They change up the products as they go along.
They got some
Cool.
wine racks over there at Home Goods where I'm here.
Yeah,
over
Home
there.
Goods, any of those kind of places.
Yeah.
That's
so,
just a 4-bottle wine rack is all it is.
Yeah.
Because I got a couple of those same IKEA
Yeah.
glass displays like you have, the tall ones.
Yeah, and if you pay more than $20, you're doing yourself a disservice, you know?
I agree.
I like
Yeah.
that idea. That's badass.
Yeah. It's almost like, you know, like I'll tell you, like this week, are you guys on the Graphlix Addicts page?
All
No.
the time.
Okay, so
I
this
love
week I posted for Flex Friday last week. I posted a
I
close-up
saw that.
of my glass eye.
Yep.
I don't know.
I
if
thought
you'll
Flex
see it.
Friday was what me and Mundo do with our muscles in our bathing suit on Fridays.
Nice. So I've had about
Where's
3 or
that
4
video?
people.
I get short. I
Yeah.
get short up all the time, man. Space outdoes me every time.
They're loving
That channel's probably huge.
I'm embedding like a screen inside my glass eye,
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw
Oh.
that.
and they're loving it. I've had like 4 people hit me up separately, like, where do you get that? How do you do it? And I'm going to tell you guys here what that is. Five Below, cheap, $4 or $5, Bluetooth speakers. I rip them apart, and the speaker grill is what I use for the. I don't know if you can see it.
It's octagon mesh,
Yeah, hold on.
because the octagon mesh is getting hard to find out there.
Why is that?
Well, there was a hobby store I used to go to, and then the word got out to all the Saber people.
Yeah,
and they
there's
cleaned it
tons
out.
of different styles, but this is basically the speaker grill from a $5 Bluetooth speaker that I ripped apart
Okay.
just for the speaker.
Hey,
grill.
that's from my Pontiac.
It's almost like if you're a Star Trek fan, it's almost like the antenna lids on the old communicators from the original series Star Trek,
Mhm.
but it's metal.
Kirk
You
here.
can see my lamp through it, and just cut a little circle out of it. I think I gave you a hunk of this about a year or
Yeah.
so ago.
I'm hoarding some of that over here.
So, you know, like a lot of people are like, oh, you can go to Amazon for mesh material. Yeah, you can, but you'll pay 20, 25, 30 bucks for that. $5 at Five Below or any dollar store that sells Bluetooth speakers. Rip them apart and take the scrreen off of it.
The speaker probably still works after you rip that off too. So you got the
It will,
Bluetooth
but
speaker.
not the way I rip them apart. I use my teeth.
Yeah. Throw those speakers in a Saber. Shoot.
So that's my little secret for tonight. That's tonight's little lesson, just a little piece of that. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get a little more light on it here.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
You see it?
Freaking sweet.
Yeah.
And
How'd you get-
you know, from
How'd you get the circle?
I cut it.
With
There
scissors?
you go.
Yeah, just metal shears or scissors or
Yeah.
you know, I cut it in a circle, and then I
Great.
filed it down. I used some sandpaper and cut it into a circle. And another little secret I'm going to tell you guys: don't use what do you call it? Don't use super glue. That'll fog the
It'll
lens.
cloud it up.
Right.
Fill
Yeah.
the holes. It clouds it up. Go with
E6000.
E6000. Won't
Yeah,
cloud up the holes.
6,000.
Agreed.
Yeah, so that's our little lightsaber trick tonight.
I
Awesome.
thought you were going to hypnotize us.
I'll be going like this. Here, Harris will be moving it around. It'll be like one of those dogs just with the treat.
Wait, watch. I'm going to make Anthony dance like a chicken.
That's not hard.
We'll call it the funky chicken.
All right,
Love
well,
Saber Talk, guys.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
it was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining in
Lot of fun.
tonight, Harris, Dave, Mundo, on this Mundo Monday. That was a lot of fun talking sabers. We could
That
go
was
on
fun.
forever, but come back next
Yep.
Monday. We'll
Always
be
next
back
week.
here again for Mundo Monday. Next Monday, is that the Kenobi reveal? Is that what you guys said, or is it Friday?
I think the end of the
Friday.
month, the 26th or 28th. I'm thinking. I could be
27.
27th. I'll be
25th,
at celebration
I
all
think.
that day.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
I'm
like,
psyched
I
for
don't
the
know when I'm
boys
gonna get to
season
watch
3.
it.
The Boys season 3. Have you guys seen the trailer for that yet?
No.
Mm-mm.
Looks good. I like The Boys. Have you seen The Boys yet?
Oh yeah.
I
I love
just
it.
started like the second episode.
Oh, I love it, Mundo. It's great. Season 3 looks killer.
I gotta check it out.
Thanks, Mike.
You-
Have a great
you
night.
too, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Jim, Felicia, Rich,
Jim?
anybody else that stopped by. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for joining us. Ron
Thank you all.
Daniels, Great Wazoo.
We have to go out in style. Light him if you got him.
I brought something a little special.
Oh wow! Look at what he's holding a glass flex.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a treat! What a treat!
There goes the neighborhood.
Speaking of crystal sabers, I charged it up for this episode.
Holy! I want to
Look at that! What a treat!
Love it.
Holy crap,
Man.
dude! Is that a spinning crystal chamber in there?
It is.
If it's a Graflex, it's got to have a spinning chamber.
Oh my lord!
Beautiful.
What's funny is it's a prism pod.
It looks cool.
Wow!
It looks amazing.
I had to
It looks
charge
like it's
up once
part
I
of a
heard we were-
different world.
So cool.
Once I heard we were talking about crystal chambers, I was like, I gotta charge that beast up.
That looks like it's something from another world, man.
Hey, dude, when you get a chance, PM me, dude. I got a question for you.
How much is a glass flex? All right, guys. Well, it was a lot of fun hanging out tonight. Come see the wonders of the Saber world. This is the center of the Saber world, people. Come back next Monday to Mundo Monday, to the absolute center, deep down in the center of the Saber world, and see what is happening. And I lost my video again. Oh, here we go. All right, guys. JD, that is so crazy. I don't even know what to say. I lost all my words when I
Right.
saw the glass flex.
I know, me too. It's like, what?
I'm blinded by the light. Mundo can't remember his name. Harris is drooling. And you're gonna get 10 emails after this asking how much is a glass flex.
Right?
By mass producing them, Dave.
Yikes. Yeah, warm up the laser cutter.
I want one.
That's Harris's next
I
endeavor.
want a glass flex. Yeah.
I do
And
wanna
I said to
figure
you,
out-
where do I go from here? There it is.
See through.
Hey, it ain't like I'm ever going to see a flame hilt.
Brass, steel,
Wow.
silver. No, we need glass.
Now, Dave, you realize you're now my flame support group. Dave and I text a lot now. We're talking about the flame. You're my support
It'll-
group, dude.
It'll show up. Maybe for Christmas, but it'll show up.
Wow. That's gonna be amazing when y'all get it. Yeah. I get
Yeah.
to see it.
I'm not building it. I'm going to leave it in the
I
box.
hear you.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, you don't have to build it. You just show it off the body.
I don't think I'm going to build it. You, Dave?
Eventually.
Yeah, you're going to build
Yeah.
it?
I just have too many to build.
It may burn a hole in my pocket, so to speak, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I got a problem. I got to figure out how to install them all.
You're among
Pokemon.
friends, brother. You're among friends.
Cloning technology next.
It's like
Right.
like a Saber junkie support group right here.
Big
Yeah.
time.
If anything,
technology
Dave
has to
can
lead
figure
to
it out.
cloning
Only we're
technology.
bad for each other because we're like, buy it, build it, buy it, build it,
We'll never say
build
no.
it, build it, build it.
Should
Buy
I
it,
buy
buy it,
this?
buy
The
it.
answer is never no.
Of course you should. Are you kidding me? That thing's badass. Oh, man.
We'll buy it.
It's the opposite.
Still buy the
AA.
lightsaber.
You will buy the more expensive parts.
Right.
If you
All
build
right,
it,
Ant,
they will
look
come.
what I did, right?
Exactly. You will
I'm like,
return the
should I
brass
buy the
parts
silver?
for the
You're
silver.
like, oh, I don't know. I bought the silver.
They let you return them, Harris?
Say again?
No, he has to
Oh,
eat it.
What's that? Dave?
He gets to know what brass tastes like.
I asked
Down
if
to brass
you're allowed to.
tacks.
Yeah.
So I'll throw it out. If anybody wants some brass doors for their Martin Bear Saber, I may have a sale on some brass doors. Prepped
There
and
you
ready
go.
to go, all shined up.
They'll sell. There's no doubt about that. Just post them on Graflex Addicts and they're gone.
Yeah. I may do that. We'll see. Once I
Yeah.
get my silver ones, we'll see.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, let me ask you guys a quick question. OLED screen, right? On a silver Graflex, blue or white? Can't make up my mind.
White.
I would say white.
White?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say white too because it's neutral.
Yeah.
Kind of leaning towards blue. You guys may have just messed me up.
You'll just have to buy them both.
There you go. Swap them out. Make them plug and play.
I do have both already.
Whatever you can't decide.
You know what that means?
funny.
I'll be back for next week's addict support group.
Meet right here. Nobody's got their first coin because nobody's going to make it past the first meeting without lighting up their saber. Buying another part. All right, guys. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, my friends.
Talk to you
Later.
next time. Saber the moment.
Yeah, man.